Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, and I am your host today. James is having issues getting into StreamYard, which is interesting because he sets up the link and he shot me a message and said he set the link up, and I popped in here, and then he couldn't get in, and then he called me and said he couldn't get in. So he may join us if he can make it in here or not, but we will see. So how's everyone's weekend? You guys had a long weekend. We didn't run the show on Friday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did. Wife and daughter were gone and out of town, so I had a kind of a casual work in the yard work weekend. So it is what it is. So let's get into it. I only have a couple things for you this morning. First off, let's go over the numbers. Futures are down 163 points. And SPY currently is down 2.5 points. Right now, trading around 386. I don't know if there's anything special going on in the FOMC today, but with the market, I would consider probably going to be just one of those simple July chop fest days. Probably the highlight today is July 11th, or is in the convenience store business, it's 7-Eleven day. I think today's free Slurpee day for those that like the Slurpees. So a ticker that I'm watching this morning, and I'll pull up my chart here for you real quick. Now let's do it this way. All right. Yesterday evening around 6:30, PLRX, Pliant Therapeutics, did a release. I read the release. It looked like something of value, and but what intrigued me about this PR is that, and it popped up on my Twitter feed, was they released it Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. on a weekend, and that's what mostly intrigued me to make sure it was on my radar this morning. And as you can see, I got it on the 2-minute candles here. I'm going to put it in the fives. You can see that it's running this morning. I traded it for a little pre-market between 14 and 14.50 for a little Monday morning cheddar to get the day started. I'm actually looking at this ticker as a potential short. I'm going to watch it between now and the pre-market between here and 9:30 and see where it hits. It's close to the pre-market high, so which is good, but I'm hoping it pops for a decent price, and then I'll look for a potential short. But I have a short trading day today. I've got some work I got to get done. So if it doesn't work out, I could pass altogether and just take the small win I've already had this morning. So that's the big ticker I'm watching this morning. It's PLRX, and it's going to be on my radar. What tickers are on your radar today? What are you looking at? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to trade? And so let me go into the comments. This could be the world record shortest show, since I found out 4 minutes ago that I was flying solo. But we know I carry the show all the time anyway, so I'm not surprised by it. I'm expecting when I make a comment like that, boom, James is going to pop into the show and join us. All right. Good morning, yes, John. Thank you for all the news tips, the news information. I saw that you listed the shares of casino stock down because in Mako, in the Middle East, they are concerned about COVID. I saw that also, and I found that to be interesting. This past week I had 2 incidences where my wife was traveling to see family in North Carolina, and one of the family members she has not met because she's adopted, and so she's meeting her biological family. One of the family members that she was supposed to meet has COVID, and so she couldn't make the visit. And then I had another situation where I had a meeting for work stuff that got bumped back or delayed because that person had COVID. And I'm thinking, man, I really kind of got into the summer swing of things where I felt like COVID was done, felt like COVID was over. And I had 2 incidences in my personal life where COVID's back. And then I read this news where the casinos are shutting down and the U.S. casinos are taking a dip because the fear of COVID. So interesting. Mr. David, good morning. That could be true, Joe. That could be James's HOA may have finally caught up to him, and yeah, they cut off his internet. Except that he did post this and got it up and going for me to start off with. Stack Maven, I saw MULN on my chart this morning. But I think that's an alert that Johnny's put out a couple times, so I'm not going to break it down or talk about that a whole lot. So, good morning, Brian. Good morning, Jason. All right. I'm just watching my news. Yeah, so right now, going back to PLRX, it's breaking out new highs. I looked at the daily chart. It's over a previous high. This could be a runner today, and if it is, I'm not going to be in it because I won't have the time to sit and watch it all day. I'm looking for a quick pop. Actually, what I really like to see happen is like run up to like $16.50, $17, and then look for a quick short and scalp, and then close the charts and out the door I go. So that's my game plan with that one as we watch it. All right, it's 9/11. What questions do you have for me? What questions can I answer for you? It's a good time. If you want to ask me a question about Johnny or James, I can open up the secret closet and share some secrets. Not really, not really, but be a good time to get if you have any questions you want to ask of me. Jason, is the MULN is the deal with Amazon 600 delivery vans? Is that what you're saying? I did not look at the news on them. I do find it amazing. I'll tell you a story. This past week, I ordered multiple things from Amazon for my tent rental business, and two of the items I ordered were Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. and they were delivered Friday morning by 10 o'clock. It blows me away. And then another item was ordered like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was delivered the same day. I just find their footprint, their network across the country is just amazing. Here in Lansing, Michigan, they took an old outdoor mall and they fenced in probably maybe like 150 yards square. They just took like a fencing company and put up chain link fence and into this old parking lot, and they put two 20 by 20 tents in the middle of it. And I bet you there was 100 Amazon vans, and they were running an Amazon warehouse where trucks would roll in, and then they would unload these trucks into their Amazon vans in weather. Didn't matter if it was snowing, raining, or what was going on. They would load these up and off they go. The network that they've built is actually very, very impressive. It's kind of scary impressive what they've done, but it's hard to shop. It's hard to think of that when I think about shopping. Even if I go to Home Depot or go to the mall, or I'm actually looking at prices on Amazon or Best Buy, looking at prices on Amazon to get an idea. So that would be a big news deal for MULN this morning. Yes, John. Good. Yeah, I hope it was someone here. Hope it was you. Hope you're crushing it with that. With those options there. Yeah, Jason, your comment about the catalyst when the alert went out, the black box alert system doesn't know these catalysts when they're in place. It's a situation where they don't know when we're putting these alerts out. We don't know the macro events, and sometimes that's why he'll put out an alert that'll have the bullish indicator with a breakout line, or the bearish indicator with the when it's going to drop down. But when it hits those, and then it has a pretty good or pretty significant move in the marketplace. So, all right, we are about 15 minutes to the start of the market this morning. I know it hasn't been one of these sexy, entertaining, wild, like great info of tidbit of news today, but if you guys have any more questions, I'll answer a question or two for you before we wrap up. Yeah, Mr. Dave, I would agree. Catalysts are unknown, and well, sometimes we know there's a catalyst coming, especially in the bio world. We'll know a catalyst, and we'll you kind of decipher and we'll use POAI. We know there's catalyst coming for POAI. We thought they were going to come 6-9 months ago. That's what we did. That was the plan. So it's been uber frustrating. What's really frustrating is that, like, I have a couple of my kids are in POAI, and they're like, "Dad, what's going on?" Then they tell mom. Mom's like, "What's going on?" And it becomes like a family topic at dinner. It's like, gotta let it run. Gotta let it do its thing. Michael Broadbent, you need some help with the For You team. Well, I'll give you rule number one when you're coaching For You team. Doesn't matter if it's boys or girls, but my number one priority is when I was coaching little 6-year-olds is I made sure every kid had a cool nickname. That was like uber priority, because they just gave them a super cool nickname, which made them feel awesome and powerful, and then they would do anything you asked of them. I know that coached my daughter's team one year, and if I had the photo, I could just pull it for you real quick. It'd be cool. But one day it was really sunny out, and we were picking up the cones, and I always would put a big cone on my head, and it looked like a big sun hat, and that became our mantra at every practice. The girls would race to pick up the cones, and they would all wear them on their head. And they thought it was just the funniest, cutest thing. And I've got pictures from parents from years that get sent to me, like, "Oh, this pops up in my Facebook memory feed." So give them a cool nickname. Second thing is drop a lot of F-bombs. It gets their attention. Correct the whip. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. If you're playing soccer, if it's a For You soccer team, the best thing you can do is at that age is one ball, one kid, and don't even worry about passing. Don't necessarily, you can talk about positioning, but it's not really going to be relevant at that age because they're going to all move to one spot. Just get them to be confident enough to try to dribble the ball on their own. And that's all you have to worry about at this age is ball mastery. All right, we a little divergent, a little soccer background there. For those that don't like soccer, well, it is what it is. We are 12 minutes out to the market. Let me see here. Yeah, Jason, I agree. It's a good read, good assessment. I mean, it's good news, and so it could have a pretty good run real quick. Let me just pull the chart up real quick. Share my chart. Woo, that looks like fun, doesn't it? Woo. It's on a 5-minute candle too. There you go. Stack me. I saw that where he said living 5 minutes away and being late for work. I saw that, and that was actually funny. And then when he posted, he's like, he's in the same house. That even made me laugh more because we work from home, and sometimes we're scrambling at the last minute. And when I have everyone home, when the wife's home and the kids are home and they're up, man, to move from one end of the house to the other is challenging because there's just stuff going on. So, like the PLRX, it's moving again. Yeah, this is probably not going to work out for me the way I'm going to. For me, my plan to get a short in because unless it just cranks out at the opening bell. But I was hoping it would kind of die off, taper out, kind of flatline, and then have a big push, and then it would drop off. Alan Hall, your son played travel soccer up till 17. That's great. That's good. Missed it. Yeah, that's actually before I was in the stock market. That was my livelihood. I've been a coach for the last 30 years and national coaching aid instructor and the Olympic development program and developed my own club. And so, yeah, soccer's been my life. I've been very fortunate to run around in a pair of shorts, and make a solid living doing it. And I always tell people travel sports, they go, oh man, I give up my weekends, this and that. It's a lot of money. It is all of the above. Those are, if you want to find the negatives, that's all true. But I'll tell you, some of my best weekends, some of my best times with my children were traveling, just the two of us, on a plane or in a long car ride, and get them to put their phone down, and we'd have some real conversations about the stuff. And so that's one of my best times, was traveling with my kids. Brian, good question. Actually, that I looked it up. It didn't start trading till 7:00. The only thing I can think of is that with that news, the market makers weren't on the clock until 7 a.m. That's the same thing. So I actually don't know why it was, but I woke up at like 3:40 in the morning, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to stay up and just watch the 4 a.m. open and see if this like takes off. I didn't. I went back to bed. I just went back to bed and didn't. But then when I got this morning, I looked at it and I said it didn't go until 7 a.m. So the only thing I can figure is that the market makers were taking a long morning off, or had the morning off too. Oh, Tyler, I love you also. Thank you. Appreciate it. James, who are you talking about, Tyler? I'm not sure what was talking about. All right. It is under 9 minutes. We're about 8.5 minutes away to the start of the market. Any final questions? I'm going to wrap up here, give you a final moment to answer questions. Yeah, I'm really thinking the only way I'm going to do PLRX now is look for a serious pullback, like maybe down to 1440, 1450, 1470, and that have a nice drop here in the next 7-8 minutes. And then it has a little opening bell push to pre-market high and gets rejected here at the 1569, 1570 mark. Maybe you get a scalp there. If not, no trade. Man, I should have stayed in when I was running my average around 1410. I would be making a little cheddar on that one. All right, we're under 8 minutes, about 7 minutes. You guys have a good day of trading. Have a safe day of trading. Be smart about it. We still are in the summer trading time. It is July 11th, 7-Eleven day. July 11th, 7-Eleven 22. I think if you go to 7-Eleven, if there's one in your area, they will give you a free Slurpee. I think you can bring in whatever container, they give you a free Slurpee. I know one year, just quick story, my son and the neighbor kid, we have some maple trees, so I collect maple syrup sap in the springtime. They took one of the 5-gallon buckets that's got a big tube in it, and they got that filled up at a 7-Eleven. Actually, they sucked all the 7-Eleven juice out of the machines. Since then, they've changed the rule. It's got to be a normal drinking container, so you can't do that. But all right, enough of my stories about me and my family and stuff going on. Hope you have a good day in the market. Be smart about it, and I will see you guys on the next show. Take care.